Once you get to that kind of higher echelon of men, that level, how do you tell whether a girl is a gold digger or just wants a nice lifestyle?
It's a good question. But I don't see why men are scared of gold diggers, because they can't get gold unless you give it to them. You must be a total bitch to like accidentally get gold dug. Buy me this. No, fuck off. Well, you must be a dummy. Yeah. And then also...
Well, a lot of guys aren't strong enough to say no, are they? Because maybe that girl is a little out of their league, shall we say?
Yeah.
So that's why it's not a no.
And it's a gray area, right? Because also, I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman expecting a nice lifestyle. I think it's all relative, right? If you're a normal person, or even in a normal couple, a woman still wants her man to provide and protect and work and pay for the house and the family. Women expect you to provide and protect. It's evolutionary. That's how we're designed to be. So I don't think a woman expecting a lifestyle from a man is a bad thing. If I was a woman, I would expect a lifestyle, that's for sure. And depending on your man's lifestyle, depends on the kind of lifestyle you expect. And then it gets into a blurred line of people say, well, she's just with you for money. I'm like, well, if she's just with me because I take care of her problems and I make her feel happy and I make all her stress and anxiety go away and she gets to have fun with me, you're saying that with me for money. I'm saying she genuinely likes me because
that's what I provide.
Because I provide. So all those things end up with her having genuine emotion for you. So unless it's like a straight transaction, like a day rate, unless it's like a straight transaction, what happens is if you take care of a woman, people say she's gold digging, but if you take care of her, she'll genuinely love you because you're genuinely the person who gives her nice things and takes care of her and makes her smile, makes her problems go away. And then you look at it in the inverse. If she's with me only because of my competence and my money and my capability to bend the world and my power, and you're calling that gold digging, I call that genuine attraction. You look at it the other way around, and I'm with her because she's happy and makes me smile and she's gorgeous. Am I just with her for her looks, or am I genuinely attracted to her? So attraction's a blurred line. It's hard to draw where pure gold digging is. Gold digging is, hi, buy me this. I don't even like you. I'm not sleeping with you. Get me this. But then if you still do it, you're a dumbass.
So that's the red flag you would look for to determine the difference between the two?
But women aren't stupid. Women are actually, listen up, Shanti. Women are smart. Women have instinct. Women are very instinctual creatures. I believe in women's instinct. In fact, I believe to the point, like 3 of my PAs are female. And I've had them say, I got a bad feeling. Don't race the cars around today. Stay home. I'll stay home. I'll listen to them. So I truly believe in female instinct. Women understand things very well. And there's not a woman alive who's stupid enough to see a man like me and meet a man like me and go, I can get money out of him, and I don't like him. Like, you have to give that vibe off to get gold dug. Like, I'm not a dummy.
I saw one of your comments or questions from Piers Morgan about saying to your wife or girlfriend, I don't want you to go out tonight. Yeah. And I was actually quite irate at Piers, really, because I did come down on your side of it. Because if you're the guy to protect your wife, stroke girlfriend, and you've given her the advice, just don't go out. You're going to get raped or whatever.
If I told my girlfriend not to do something, she wouldn't do it.
Well, this is the thing. We're living in this world now where they're going to try and pretend that authority and responsibility are not linked. If I have authority over something, or I have responsibility for something, then I need to have authority for it. If I have responsibility for, let me try and choose something that won't upset the fucking shit.
I think it's the authority, isn't it? When you say
that
authority,
word, it upsets them.
It does.
But it's upsets them because it's semantics and they're slave-minded. But let's take something very simple. Let's take a car, right? If I'm responsible for that car, means if I park it somewhere and it's not supposed to be parked, I am punished because I am responsible for that vehicle.
Yeah.
Then I must have the authority over that vehicle to be able to move it, to be able to sell it, keep it. I must have authority over it. You can't come along to me and say, you're responsible for this, but you can't move it and you can't influence it. You cannot have responsibility of something you do not have authority for. The captain of a ship, the reason he's responsible for the ship and he has to go down with the ship is because he has authority on the ship. Everything that happens on the ship is because of him. If he gives orders and everyone ignores him, then he has no authority, which means he's not responsible for the outcome, which means he doesn't go down with the boat. So trying to de-link responsibility and authority is ridiculous. If I am responsible for a woman's safety, that I must have authority to make decisions regarding her safety because I'm responsible for it.
I think the issue comes when you relate it to a car and it's like, that's an object. And then see the woman being an object.
But what else can I relate it to?
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. But I think that's where they're getting the whole like, oh, I own that person and it's a sovereign individual.
Yeah,
but it's her choice to listen, isn't it?
That authority is given. So
it's a given. The slave mind has a mental breakdown because of the analogy I used, but they completely missed the point. But yeah, the authority is given. If she were to sit and say to me, I don't want to listen to you, you have no authority over me, I'd say that's fine. Then I have no responsibility for your safety. Enjoy your nice long walk in the middle of the night. if something bad happens to you, don't call me because there's nothing to do with me. But if she were to say, no, Andrew, you're keeping me safe, I'll say, okay, then you're not going out. So it's a decision for her to make. It's not a matter of coming along and being a slave master. It's just understanding in the universe, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a car, whether it's anything, there's authority and responsibility and they go hand in hand, and trying to decouple them, which is what they're trying to do in the modern world, and to say that you're responsible for everything, but you have no authority over anything. That's clown world. And that's what they're trying to slap on men now, especially in relationships and everything. You're responsible for everything, but you have no authority over any of it. Well, then how can I be responsible for something I can't influence? Yeah, I get asked this a lot, and I think it's kind of misunderstood. I want to try and clarify this because I ask it a lot. People think I'm advocating for a man to go and have a bunch of women. That's not exactly what I'm doing. What I am saying is that female nature, not even masculine nature, female nature is, if they find a man of high enough status, that they're happy for him to have multiple women. That's the point. It's an observation on evolutionary biology. It's not me sitting trying to tell men what to do.
Do you think they could have the same kind of connection if that man isn't loyal to them and only them?
Well, I'm not a female. I'm just commenting on the fact that if Chris Brown walks into a club, every girl screams and wants Chris Brown, and none of them expect him to be loyal because of his status as a man. So,
but then would they be loyal to him though?
I think they would. If you look at a history book, every king, every sultan, every emperor, every sheikh, every ruler, they all had multiple wives, mistresses, and they were all loyal to him.
Because they're top of the pile.
Because they're top of the pile.
But were they worried that they were going to get killed back in the olden days when it's like the king and stuff, and if they did something against him?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but if you look at the world today, I'm telling you right now, if you're a very famous actor, for example, and you decided you want to have 3 girlfriends, it would be very easy for you to have 3 girlfriends. Now, those girlfriends would get a lifestyle off of you, of course. They would benefit from sharing you. They would take away a lot of their jealousy. It'd be replaced by gratitude because of the lifestyle they're being afforded. But that's because you're top dog. So I'm not sitting out here telling every man go get a bunch of multiple women. I'm saying that women themselves have shown us that if you're a high enough status male, your idea of being sexually exclusive to them isn't all that interesting overall. It was different previously perhaps, or I understand some people are happily married and some people don't like the idea of the things I'm saying. That's fine. I'm just making a commentary and I'm speaking from personal experience. If I were to go out and meet a new girl and she were to sit with me and talk to me, and someone were to say at the end of it, do you think he's gonna be loyal to you? She'd go, well, probably not. Do you want to see him again? Yes. That's the reality of the game. That's the way it's always been.
Do you think it changes when they're looking to settle down versus to have a fun lifestyle?
And then again, it's interesting because there's another interesting observation in terms of when women decide to settle down, right? Because women don't often want to settle down at the peak of their sexual options and value. Women are seen as most valuable, let's say at 23 or 24 or whatever. When they're most valuable and they're most beautiful and they have the most options and the most Instagram DMs and the most invites, they don't want to settle down. They want to go to Dubai, they want to go to Hong Kong, they want to go to Miami, they want to run around, they want to have all this fun, they want to party, and then they get to 30 and there's a new generation of girls getting all the options, and now they start saying, well, you know what, I want a serious man. Well, of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do. The Instagram's dry. Of course you want a fucking serious man.
Obviously, we're generalizing here. There are people that do.
Of course, and I am generalizing, but you have to make a generalized point. So when I say these things, I'm not trying to say to every man, go get a bunch of women, da-da-da. But I also use that as an answer when a man says to me, because some men say, look, I like the idea of having, let's say, a bunch of women or whatever. So then you better become important. That's the only way you're gonna do it. Become important. You're not gonna do it if you're a brokey. I mean, you could, but it'd be a different scenario for the women to actually accept it and be semi-happy with it. And when I say these things, of course, I'm called misogynist and attacked by Shanti, fucking whatever her name is.
I can't remember.
I mean, either. I just remember Shanti.
The Guardian.
The Guardian. In most of the world, this is the reality. Go to Africa and find the rich dude in town. He has wives. Go to the Middle East, find the rich dude. He has wives. Go to Russia and find a billionaire. He has his wife and he has his mistresses. Like, this is just the way the world is. I don't know why everyone's afraid to just say it. In the Western world, we have this fake veil of absolute moral superiority and we're better than everyone else and da-da-da. But if you actually hung around enough billionaires like I have, and you've been around enough rich, important people in private scenarios, you will soon see that everyone does the same thing. Just in the West, they fucking lie. And everywhere else, they can be honest about it. It's always been the way. It's only over here we're like, no, never, no. It's a clown world.
I don't know. I think there's something special about monogamy and being with one person versus then seeing other people and breaking that bond.
I understand that. And that's the great thing about life, because we're all individuals and we all get to make our own choices. And we can do whatever we want to do. And if I or you or anyone wants to be monogamous, we're allowed to be, and we can be. That's fantastic. My observation is that a woman expects monogamy or expects sexual exclusivity of a certain class of man, and you can get to a critical point, a higher echelon where it doesn't cross her mind. That's my observation.
Yep.
Now, it doesn't mean you have to cheat. Doesn't mean you're obligated to run around with a bunch of wives. But
See, I've never seen you actually talk about cheating. Like, you're always very upfront with the girls you're
well,
seeing.
I don't call it cheating.
Yeah.
And it's not even about being upfront. I don't sit and say to you, hey, nice to meet you. By the way, I'm gonna have this many girls. That's not how it is. I just think that when a woman truly respects you and she knows the kind of caliber of man you are and she knows how desired you are, she'll just turn a blind eye to a lot of things because she just gets it. She's like, okay, that's top G. He's been away for a month. Whatever. Can't wait to see you. Miss you. It's not about being brutal and sitting there saying, hey, guess what I did? Like, it's not like...
I think they kind of know what they're signing up for, though, and that's the important
When
thing.
you buy a Nissan, you know you're getting something reliable. When you buy a Ferrari, you know you're getting something sexy that comes with problems. Everybody understands what they're signing up for. And that's the reality. And females understand extremely well what they're chasing. And it's their decision. Because a female doesn't have to go get a famous dude. She can go get some other dude. If that's her number one concern is sexual exclusivity, she can get a normal dude. But if she's gonna go out there and go, no, I want this guy who is this, she's gonna have to sacrifice something. You have to sacrifice reliability with your Ferrari. That's the game.